My name is Jeffrey Rubinoff, and I'm going to show you the NetBeans IDE support for the Zend Framework using parts of Zend Framework's official Quick Start tutorial. Now we're going to open the Zend options in the IDE. Go to Tools Options, that's NetBeans Preferences for Mac users. Go to the PHP options and open the Zend tab. There's a field where you can choose the Zend script to use. NetBeans will automatically find the Zend script for you, but if you have more than one, you can select between them. You can select either by browsing in your file system, or by using the search function, which will automatically find any alternative scripts for you. If you're using Zend Framework 1.10 or newer, you need to register the provider. Click the button to do that, and you see that the output appears showing you've successfully run the create config and enable config provider commands. Now I'm opening the options menu again and going to the general PHP options. Here the PHP 5 interpreter is listed, and also the global include path. You should have the Zend Framework libraries on this include path. My libraries are in pair. If you were using the standalone libraries, you'd have a path that ended in /library. Now I create the Zend Framework project. I create a PHP project as usual. I'm naming it Quick Start because I'm using the Zend Framework tutorial. And click through to the last page and select Zend PHP Web Framework. That's it. There is a link to the options I've already shown you. Click Finish, and we have the project. And you see that the project structure is complete with all the Zend Framework stuff. I've set up the layout and the database adapter for this tutorial. I'm using the MySQL database server included in XAMPP. And you see that I have the MySQL things in the application ini file. Now I'm going to register the MySQL server with the IDE. This is some nice NetBeans features. I right-click Database and click Register MySQL Server. Here I enter the password if I had one, but it's just a local computer, so I don't. Click OK. And you see the MySQL server appears in the list of databases. It's not connected. Just right-click it and select Connect. That's that. And now to create a database. Right-click again and select Create Database. This is the guest book database. Type that in, click OK. And guest book appears in the list of database connections. So right-click that database connection and select Execute Command, and I have a field for entering SQL commands. I paste one in, and you see there's the Run SQL icon. Click that, and you see down here at the bottom, there it is, there's the notification in the output that it ran successfully. Now I'm going to run a Zend command to add the table data gateway. I right-click on the project node and choose Zend Run Command. A dialog opens with all the Zend commands. Now I type Create into the filter field. This shows me all tasks that begin with Create. From the list, I select DB Table, and I type in the class name and database table name in the parameters field. It's guestbook and guestbook. Now I click Run, and the output shows me that the command has run successfully. And I go back up to the projects window, and you see the new files and folders that have been added. Now I'm going to set a hotkey for Zend Run Command so I don't have to keep going through the context menu. I go to Tools Options and the Key Map section, and I type Zend into the search field. Then I go to the Zend Run Command action and select Edit in the shortcut column and see what's available under Alt, more than Alt-A. I don't believe that. Let's see if Alt-Z is free. Yes, Alt-Z is free. It appears in that little box. I click OK, and I'm done. Now I create a data mapper for the project. I hit Alt-Z, which is the shortcut I created, and this opens the Run Zend command dialog. I type Create into the filter and select Create Model from the matching tools. Now I type in the name of the mapper, which is Guestbook Mapper, into the parameters, click Run, and as you see, I have a message in the output that it's been created successfully, and I have the Guestbook Mapper file appearing under my project window. I have to edit Guestbook Mapper, so this is a good time to show you code completion. I start typing the protected keyword, which NetBeans gives me. I finish the name of the protected variable. Now I click Alt-Insert, and NetBeans gives me some different code to insert. I select the getter and setter, tick those boxes as you see, and now I just have to modify the generated code. I don't want those underscores because these are not the protected variable I'm working with. And now I add some if blocks. Type if. So is database table a string? So you see NetBeans gives me the isString keyword and the name of the database table variable. If it is a string, I want it to be a new instance of itself. Now here you see code completion sometimes is slower than typing, but usually it helps. Now I also want to make sure that database table is an instance of a Zend class. So if database table is not an instance of, I start to type Zend, and you see the IDE gives me a full list of every Zend class. Sorry, that's gone off screen, but the screen would be enormous if I put it all on. I type in Zend DB table, and it gives me Zend DB table abstract. If it's not an instance of Zend DB table abstract, I want to throw an exception. Code completion also gives me that, and I'll spare you watching me type in the string for the exception. And lastly, return this. I've pasted in the rest of the mapper code, and I've also created another model called Guestbook and edited that code. Now I'm going to create a controller. Again, Alt-Z, choose Create Controller and name it Guestbook. Press Run, and you see an output that it worked successfully, and you see under Controllers, Guestbook Controller is now listed. Offline, I've created a form called Guestbook PHP, and I've edited index.html. Here you can see NetBeans IDE's HTML code highlighting. And now I'm going to create an action. So I hit Alt-Z, the command dialog opens, I select the create action command and enter the name of the action, which is sign, and the class it refers to, which is Guestbook. So it will go in the Guestbook controller. I hit Run, and you see from the output that the run action was successful. And when I go to Guestbook controller, you see there's the new sign action function. I have to put some code in there. I'm just pasting it in from the clipboard. You can navigate from an action to its view and vice versa. Here I open a context menu under Sign Action and select Navigate, Go to View. This opens the PHTML file with its view, and then I open Navigate, Go to Action, and I'm in the corresponding action. Code completion in view files offers variables from controller files. This also works for the Symfony framework, where code completion in template files offers variables from action files. In this example, we've declared the variable entries in the guestbook controller and passed it to the view. We go to the view, and here we can use that variable in code completion. But we don't need it here, so I'll delete that. Finally, I set the correct URL for running the project. So I open the project properties, right-click the project, and select Properties and Run Configuration. And here I change the URL, so instead of ending in Quick Start, it ends in Guestbook. Click OK, and now I run the project. The browser opens, and here's the landing page with the existing entries, and I click Sign In, and the Sign In page opens correctly, and I can fill in the fields and read the CAPTCHA. Thank you for watching this screencast. For more information about Zend Framework support in NetBeans IDE PHP editor, please go to netbeans.org or blogs.sun.com/NetBeansPHP.